Rakshit runs a brand called Karana Jewels, and Rakshit, your logo is very interesting. है मतलब आप थोड़ा सा इस पे मेरे को बताएंगे क्या, how does it mean? It's looking really nice and interesting.
Yes, definitely. Basically, this logo has been thought with the perspective कि लोगों तक मैं जो मेरी ब्रांड का नेम है कराना जूल्स, सो कराना में जब के रेगुलरली लगाए तो it becomes very monotonous and looks very everyday thing. But मेरा पर्सपेक्टिव ये था लोगों में कि उसको हिंदी वाले क से हम करें जिससे बाहर वाले लोगों को, जैसे मेरा मेजॉरिटी बिजनेस एक्सपोर्ट ओरिएंटेड है, तो उस वजह से क मैं चाहता हूँ कि एज एन इंडियन आई रिस्पेक्ट दैट एंड आई वांट अदर्स टू नो अबाउट इट एज वेल, सो एटलीस्ट इफ नॉट एनीथिंग एल्स उनको एटलीस्ट एक लेटर हमारे हिंदी वोकैबुलरी का मालूम पड़ता है.
Wow, that's amazing. मतलब लास्ट आपने कब स्टार्ट किया ये, हाँ, हाउ इज इट गोइंग कराना जूल्स का, आपका जर्नी क्या रहा, कैसे चल रहा है?
तो Karana Jewels was basically formed in 2020 and it was exactly after the first lockdown, and it was actually due to the lockdown that I ended up going about forming a jewelry company. So my background is still from this industry. My father has been in this trade for the last 25 years into color stones manufacturing and specializing in tanzanites. So when I was studying, I still back in my mind had a thought that I wanted to start with jewelry. तो उस वजह से मैंने actually मैं US था जब लॉकडाउन आया था उससे पहले, and मैं तब तक सिर्फ कलर स्टोन्स में ही रहता, but due to the lockdown after I came back I got a chance कि मैं अपना jewelry firm start कर सकूँ, and that is where I started with it.
So you were in US. You were doing some study course, something?
Yes. So 2014 to 2019 has been in the States for me. मैंने वहाँ पे अंडर ग्रेजुएशन कंप्लीट किया मेरा from Indiana University, and then after that I went to California for further studies in this specific industry course from the reputed Gemological Institute of America, and that is the best place to be at. So I got my formal education in this industry from there, and वही है जहाँ से actually मेरी ये journey start हुई officially, and that is the reason I was in the States. Yes.
हाँ, सुरक्षित, ये कराना ज्वेल्स का जो ब्रांड है ये कैसे, मतलब how did it come to your mind and कैसे इसको मतलब आप आगे लेके गए, क्या आपका thought process था इसके पीछे?
इसके पीछे काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग स्टोरी है. बेसिकली ये जब आप एक्चुअली ब्रांड नेम सोच रहे होते हो उस टाइम पे यू लिटरली स्क्रैच योर हेड, एट द सेम टाइम यू स्क्रैच सो मेनी पेपर्स कि आप एक टाइम का ये सोचते हो कि ये ब्रांड नेम लाऊं कहाँ से मैं और क्या होगा जो इंस्पायर करेगा. आई हैव हर्ड फ्रॉम पीपल कि ब्रांड नेम बनाना ईजी होता है, ये है वो है, एट द सेम टाइम लाइक ब्रांड नेम के लिए कोई मेहनत नहीं होती है, कुछ नहीं होता, लाइक यू डोंट हैव टू बी दैट क्रिएटिव. But then I was like, I don't know, I want to be creative because I want my brand name to hit every person possible, and that is my ultimate aim by naming Karana. It basically comes from a combination of my parents and my sister's name. It's basically Karana. The reason I named it so personally is because I want that people should know that when you're naming a brand, your family is the first people who comes to your mind. Like they are the ones who are your backbone, and that is, for me personally, my parents and my sister has been my backbone, and they have been the ones motivating me, and that is the reason why I started this company. So I thought that is the least I could do for them.
रक्षित, आपको आज 1.5 साल, ऑलमोस्ट 2 साल होने वाला है इसमें कराना जो स्टार्ट किए हुए. So what is the most important learning that you would like to share with our viewers?
The biggest learning what I have got in the last 1.5 years has been that nothing is easy. Formally, I have zero education about jewelry designing. मतलब मेरी सबसे बड़ी learning in the last 1.5 years has been कि मैं एक jewelry designer बन गया हूँ in the last 1.5 years. So I think that was
You're
about it.
creating such unique designs by itself.
Yes.
Okay, so you have a background of the gem and stones from your father, and then you are doing this, designing it with jewelry.
Yes.
Okay,
Correct.
that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Rakshit, as you told me that your major focus is and your major sales is coming from online platforms. So why online? Why did you choose e-commerce as your core?
So I feel like that again is an amazing question, and I feel most of the people should know about it, and not most, like everyone should know about it. Is basically the reason I focus more on online is because with the changing times and with the advancing technologies, like we can't predict that something might happen the next day. So I feel like in the last 1.5 2 years, and especially after COVID situations, online platform has become a big thing. And उस वजह से मैंने कराना जूल्स को ऑनलाइन एंड ई कॉमर्स प्लेटफॉर्म पे स्टार्ट किया करने का सोचा was because like ऑफलाइन के अंदर again like ऑनलाइन हो ऑफलाइन हो कंपटीशन हर जगह है, बट ऑनलाइन आई फील दिस वाज द राइट टाइम बिकॉज अभी भी यहाँ पे बहुत स्कोप है ऑनलाइन के अंदर. And I feel that is one big like the biggest strategy which I followed was the fact that I started with zero stock. And the way I did that was because all I could do, I used the technology in that. So the CAD and CAM renders. So the CAD renders basically give a look of a genuine made jewelry, and that is what Tanishq and like all big brands are doing as well. And I feel that is one reason why I wanted to go online, was because with zero stock I could literally work with any and everything possible. I could give time to everything, and literally हर चीज आपके पूरे डे के शेड्यूल में फिट बैठती थी, because offline के अंदर you have a lot of struggles going on, but online has different struggles. But I still feel like online has way more, like it gives you way more time to dedicate to your brand, and that is one reason why I thought I would go online before I could start with offline.
Okay. So basically you are saying that with zero stock, with rendering and your software, you created that stock, and then you whenever the order comes, you personalize that thing and send. You
Yes.
immediately customize and you
Yes.
manufacture that piece and send.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
So
that's amazing
what
strategy.
happens? So what happens is basically with the renders, it is a digital sketch, and all you have to do is the customer has to go online on our website, and when they like the product, they like the design, they can choose. They have an option to choose between 9, 10, 14, 18 and 22 karat gold. They have an option to choose from multiple gemstones. They have an option to choose from sizes, varying sizes as well. So whatever size fits their budget, they can customize that, and all I have to do is I can like customize their jewelry and I have to give it to them as and when they need, and like whatever they want, they get it without zero stock. So like of course like that is one biggest reason why I chose to go online.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. Rakshit, अभी आप कौन से प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे हो, एंड व्हाई सो, या आप कुछ व्यूअर्स के साथ शेयर करना चाहोगे कि भाई टू स्टार्ट विद आप इससे स्टार्ट कर सकते हो, क्योंकि यू हैव लिव्ड दैट जर्नी ऑलरेडी. सो यू कैन लेट पीपल नो कि कौन से वेबसाइट पे जाना चाहिए, किस पे नहीं जाना चाहिए, किस पे आपके प्रोडक्ट लिस्ट करने चाहिए, किस पे नहीं करने चाहिए, या प्रॉब्ली आपको अपनी वेबसाइट से खुद से करना चाहिए, या वट एवर यू वॉन्ट टू शेयर, मतलब आपके इंसाइट्स अगर मिल सके तो.
Yes, definitely, Shan. So Karana Jewels at the moment is on multiple platforms, and so we basically started with Etsy, and we started with Etsy. The reason behind that was because, as I said, like my brand was started during COVID situation. So I feel during that time Etsy was one of the best platforms to be on, and as a startup company, as well as as well as for a beginner in this industry also. So Etsy is one of the best platforms to be on, because that has one of the lowest commission rates, and at the same time you can control your shipping too. So like with the maximum margin to you, you can grow very well with Etsy. And the reason why I chose Etsy initially was because there's a big fact behind it. So the reason So the thing is basically Etsy outgrew eBay during COVID. And that is one reason why I say like Etsy is one of the best platforms to be on. And उसके अलावा मैं मेरी brand eBay पे listed है, and I have my own website as well. It's by the name of karanajewels.com, and I mean I started it after launching my shop on Etsy, and the reason, and I really highly recommend that people do that, is because like before starting their website they should have an experience of third-party platforms of in e-commerce basically, because you get a lot of learnings from there. You can experiment as much as you want. आपको literally कुछ सोचने की जरूरत नहीं है, इसके अंदर literally इतने experimentations है. आप अपने products के साथ में experiment कर सकते हो, आप shipping के साथ experiment कर सकते हो, and so by the time you have your own website, side by side, it's going side by side, it's running, it's developing, it's maturing. You can still have a lot of experimentation going on in the third-party platforms, and that gives you an edge, because once you're completely ready to start your own website, you have overcome all the flaws in your products as well as your shipping and XYZ, everything related to your brand, and that gives you the edge compared to your competitors, because obviously you've learned so much, you've grown so much. So I would recommend to at least be on the third-party platforms and sell for at least an year or so to gain maximum growth and learnings.
So रक्षित, आपने जो अपनी जर्नी बताई, it's quite interesting, बहुत हमको मज़ा आया सुन के. What next? कराना ज्वेल्स के लिए अब आपका क्या विजन है, क्या मतलब where is it going, क्या आपने सोच रखा है इसके बारे में?
Shan, basically मेरा विजन जो है for the next 5 years is that I want to take this brand to basically launch it on Amazon, because Amazon is the best platform undoubtedly at the moment for e-commerce and for the coming times as well. There is nothing better than Amazon. Amazon is competitive. It's tough to get into it, but once you get in and establish your shop, there's no looking back. And at the same time, I want to dedicate way more time to my website now, because I've been in the third-party platforms for the last one and a half years now, and that's why I want to focus more on my website now and bring in all the traffic and learning about my new customers as well, at the same time entertaining my old customers, because your website gives you the maximum advantage and maximum margins in there. So I think that is the best hope to grow as a brand. And I think other than that, I am actually planning to tie up more with some social work organizations as well, because my brand believes in social work and social cause, and that's one reason when during the COVID times when there was lack of oxygen, that was one example. So then there was lack of oxygen, we came together with Hemkund Foundation, and Karana Jewels actually helped Hemkund Foundation a lot with the oxygen supplies and some other things as well.
रक्षित, कुछ आप अभी जैसे अक्षय तृतीया आने वाला है, उस पर आप कुछ नया प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च कर रहे हैं या कुछ नए डिजाइन्स आपके वेबसाइट पे आ रहे हैं?
Yes, Nishant. I mean, अक्षय तृतीया तो नहीं, but I am definitely planning some new collections in there, and I feel in the next 2 months I will have a couple of collections coming up. One of the collections, I can give you a hint, is the color shade of the year is Pantone shade, and I am probably planning something related to that in the collection. So looking forward for a great response to that collection as well. And apart from that, I have a lot of discounts and coupons running on my website around the year. So I don't really focus on just festivals or any occasions. I have discounts and offers running around the year, so you don't have to wait for a particular festival to shop from us. You can actually shop from us whenever and wherever you need. So
Rakshit, I remember this is the first Dibiaa we made at our factory. So I really feel proud to be connected to Karana brand, and thank you so much for being a part of Dibiaa's journey. And this is a beautiful box. This has evolved. Yes, this has evolved after that. But yes, since it's the first box we made in our factory, it has a very very deep connection with me. So I'll always keep it as a memento in my experience center.
Thank you so much, Ishan. Thank you for having me, and I
Thank
think
you
it's been
for
a
coming.
pleasure, like being with you, working with you, and hopefully we do a lot of more business
Yes,
together.
yes,
in the coming
definitely.
years.
You will grow, we'll also grow
Yes.
together. Yes. Thank you so much, Rakshit, for coming
Thank you,
here on a very short notice. You came. Thank you so much.